Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome in, welcome in. It is that time of the month that I am going to share everything that I completed. This is going to include April and May. So this is in no particular order, but according to what I have written down, I have finished 27 pages. So this video might be kind of long. I feel like I've been saying that a lot lately. But we will start with Enchanted Faces. And I actually did a video on this using Gamsol to smooth out all the colors here. And I used Prisma. And I just went back in with a fine liner and defined her eyelashes after I did the Gamsol. So that's all that. I don't need to actually keep track of that anymore. But that's Enchanted Faces by Hannah Lynn. And then we've got some in Small Victories. Don't need this in there anymore. Let's see. Johanna Basford Small Victories. This is a whip. You might recognize this. This was just a coloring chat to kind of warm me up to coming back to YouTube. And I never did go back and finish this, but I need to do that. But there's that one. And then we've got, I did this one. This is in May. And we have, look at me, y'all. I got these gift cards like last year. And I got them because you can punch this little hole out at the top. Up there. And I got them to put on my pencil cases. But I didn't realize I was buying like 500 of them. And I don't need 500 of them. So I've started using them as a bookmark and writing down the stuff I used on the pages. So this one I used Prisma, Jelly Roll Stardust, some other Jelly Roll pens. Well, they're not the Jelly Roll brand, but gel pens. And they're kind of like a glaze. So like this yellow and the black is kind of raised. It's kind of cool. Opal Glitter Medium is in the background here. And I've got some stickles. So that's what that looks like. Can I make it sparkle? I don't know. Are we sparkling? But there's that one. I'll just stick that back in there. And then we did this one. And this is watercolor brush pens for all the leaves and flowers in the background. And then I used a silver gel pen. And the background is gel crowns. I really like this little book. Did I do another one? Yes. And I didn't write down what I used, but I think I can tell you. Let's see. I think I stuck the glitter on back here with Mod Podge. Just sprinkled it on there. And then all this is done with gel pens. And that's literally it there. We'll take that off. We don't need that anymore. That is everything. Oh, wait. There's my little test page. Isn't that cute? That is water brush pens. And I used water with them to give them more of a watercolor. Just to see if it would work. It does, and it comes through. But if I don't add water to them, they're good. So, anyway, that's Small Victories, Johanna Basford. Now, you're going to start seeing a trend here in a minute. But actually, let me grab these books that I've got over to the side here. We'll do these real quick, like Creatures of the Night. Do I have? No, I didn't do anything new in this one. But in this one I did. Fantasy, Romantics, or Romance Special, Color in Heaven. And I started doing this one. This one kind of, I probably started this in March, honestly. But I was in a coloring slump for a while. And I just grabbed this book and started coloring. I think the pencils are Master Art pencils. And then this is watercolor here. This is probably watercolor here. I know this is tempera paint. And I've got some glossy gel stuff on this wolf. And he's textured. I think you can see that, of how like shiny he is. But really I just need to get this part done and do something with the snow. I guess her hair's done. Yeah, I got a lot still to go. But I've got it marked. So this is a whip. But that's Fantasy Romance Special. There's the illustrator in this one. And this is issue 125. In case you were wondering. Okay, we got that one. Okay, now you're going to start seeing an odd trend for my channel. Tales from the City Among the Stars. Hannah Carlson. I have one in this one, it looks like. I just did the very last page. And this is done with Master Art pencils, and this is Crayola chalk in the background. And that's it. That one was done in May. But I like the way it turned out. We'll just stick that back in there. But that's the only one I've done from this one, City Among the Stars. Now we've got Hannah Carlson. Tales from the Witches Cottage. We got lots of things marked here. Let's see. These are just, I'm trying not to reach across, but it is what it is. Those were just sitting in there, I suppose. Okay, we got some, this is Black Widow pencils and soft pastels. And I've got these, Kate's Color in Heaven was doing a buddy color, a channel buddy color in this book. And so I went back through all of her videos that she did to see which pages she had done. So that's what I was doing that for. She chose this one in January 2025. So I'm still trying to catch up, but she is putting the color along on a hiatus for a while, but that's just totally fine. Then this one, I believe, is what she chose for March of 2025, and I did this in May, but this is done with Black Widow pencils, and then the really dark green here that you see, that is actually fabric paint down there. And we've got a Folk Art Metallic Glam Gold Glitter. I think that's this that's going around here. It's Folk Art Metallic Glam Gold. That's the color. And then of course I did glitter. It looks kind of funky, but you know, I had fun doing it. And the background is gel crown. So that's that one. Where is it? I see it sticking up there. There we go. And then she chose this one. This is all part of Kate's Color Along. There's her hashtag. There we go. I'll try to remember to leave her channel linked below. But it's Kate's Color in Heaven. This is the wand. I like the way this one turned out. This is Black Widow pencils. Gel crayon for the background. This is gold foil, like for nail art. I don't like using this on my nails, and so I was like, hey, I'm gonna put some gold on here. And then there's some glitter back here. I'll bring it up. See how shiny and sparkly it is? Awesome, right? I'm hitting my water bottle. I need to move it. Got another one. This is what she just chose, Kate. This is what she just chose in May. And I haven't started that one yet. And this is another one for her color along. And this one is done with, this is all gel pen. All around here is gel pen. And then I used Black Widow pencils for the green part and the bugs and this green. Then there's opal glitter medium and glitter back here. And then I did use a little bit of Posca right here on the mushrooms. So that's everything that I used in that. Is there more? I think there's more. Nope, that's just marked because that's part of her her color along, Kate's color along. I think that's everything in that one. Yep. That's everything in the Tales from the Witches Cottage. Witches Cottage. Hannah Carlson. Lovely book. Very lovely. Okay, now we've got, I told you there was a trend. Grains of Gold, Hannah Carlson. This is a whip. I just started this a couple days ago. But that's, what am I using for this? I think they're the IBAYAM, I-B-A-Y-A-M. I think that's how they're spelled. Colored pencils. I haven't done my little card for it yet, but this is my bedtime coloring. And then I've only done these two gems, and then I just outlined it in white. I'm not very good at coloring these. So I've been on Pinterest looking at stuff on there for inspiration for that. But yeah, I just started that one a couple days ago. And then we've got Nightfall by Maria Trole. I love this book. This is one of my favorite books right now. Let's see, we've got lots of things marked there. So let's go to the first one. Nope, I missed it completely. Okay, I can open it. Okay, how did I do this? I started this picture right after I got this book, and I think I colored it with color pencils, like this flower here, the bird, and the flowers here are done with the color pencils. And then I just came back through here. Let me take that off of there. I just came back through here and used gel crayons and ink to just fill in So I didn't even actually color that stuff. I just filled it in with colors I thought would go with it. And then I did this one. This one was done in April. I'm just putting all kinds of things my own way. But this was done in April. I can't remember what pencils I used for this, honestly. But I know that it is ink in the background. I'll take that little flag off. And then I did this one in April. And this is Prismacolor. And then I put some Mod Podge on all the orange flowers and put some glitter on it. And then when it dried, then I put Mod Podge over the top of it. I think you can see it maybe glittering up. Let's see. Okay. Then we did this one. And I can't remember the pencils on this one either. That's why I started writing it down. I think it's Prisma, but I'm not sure. But there's glossy accent on all the leaves down here. We've got gems that I stuck down here with the glossy accent. There's glossy accent and glitter on the fruit. There's gems in the middle of all the sunflowers. And then the butterfly is also covered in gems. Cool, right? And this is just a little sticker over here. And then this is ink in the background. So see how the butterfly sparkles? It's very cool in person. I like the way this one turned out. These are not Prismas because I liked this color of blue. This combination of blue I came up with. So I colored this house over here while I had those pencils out. And I know these are not Prismas. It might be the Master Arts. Don't quote me on that though. And then the big one, I did a couple of videos on this one. I did a video of doing the galaxy background with oil pastels. And then I did another video putting all of this is also got gems on it. The little butterflies and stuff have gems on them. And there's lots of glitter. I used Prisma, oil pastel, stickles right here. I decided not to carry on that over here. Lots and lots of glitter, gems, and glossy accent. Because we stuck these down with glossy accent. This was so fun and has encouraged me to do many more double page spreads. Do we have any more? Yes, we do. Okay, then I did this one. This was done in May. We used the Master Art pencils on this and soft pastels for the background. Watercolor for the wings of the bees. There's glossy accent that is holding down the gems that I put on there. And of course there's glitter around every bee and on the flowers. I'll bring this one up so you can see a little closer. All the glittery goodness up there. I think that is everything that I've done in Maria Trole Nightfall. think we're about halfway through. More of a trend here. Maria Trole Botanicum. I think I've only done, no, I've done a couple in this one. I did this page. I named her Girl with the Boat. I used Black Widow pencils on this. There's glitter on the lily pads. There's glitter. Oil pastel in the background. And then I used chalkboard paint all the way around for the border. Let's see if we can make the lily pads sparkle. Can't tell. But right here. Girl with the boat. That one goes there. I think, nope, did another one. Didn't do another one. Wanted to, apparently. I'm going to take that little flag out because I'll be confused. That is the only one I did in Maria Trolle's Botanicum. Next up, we've got 50 Haunted Dolls. These are images by Chuck Moleberg. I think this is AI-ish, not sure, not positive. But this one, this was very, very hard to color. Because this is pretty, I mean, it was kind of like that. There's a lot of ink on this page. But I used the Master Art grayscale set for this, and I did this little guy with the grayscale set of Master Art pencils. And I started to do the background and decided that that was going to be crazy to do that. So I just used oil pastels and just kind of made it dark around there. Because it was just this, the paper and the ink, it just sucks everything up. It's really difficult to color on some of these pages. But still like it. Still pretty cool. And that is 50 Haunted Dolls by Chuck Moleberg. And then we got into Mythographic Imagine. This is an old one. Joseph Kattenbang. I've had this for a long, long, long time. But I did this page. This was done in May. This is done with Black Widow pencils and Papermate metallic gel pens are in here. And then I've got some watercolor. I believe that this might be the gel pen, but I think this is watercolor. I don't know why I was so concerned about making this look like glass, because clearly there wouldn't be any glass in the truck. There's trees coming through it, but it is what it is. And then the purple dots that you see all over the place, those are from these gift tags. I just punched them all out and glued them down on there. But I didn't have enough, so there are some that don't have the little thing on there. But yeah, this is an oldie but a goodie, but I pulled it out and got one of them done. So that is Mythographic Imagine, Joseph Kattenbang. Now we've got Worlds of Wonder. I got lots going on in there. Let's see. That's just one that I thought I wanted to do. Confusing myself here. Okay, this one, I'm going to do a video on this one. this is going to be really fun. This is all my notes up in here. And I'm using the H&B pencils for this. There's that one. I'll bring it across there. What have I been using? There's lots of gel pen on there. This is gel pen. This is that raised, like glaze kind. There's gel pen here. There's Winkacilla in all the windows because I wanted them to kind of be shiny. It should be shining somewhere on there. But yeah, that's all I've used so far. H&B pencils, gel pens, and Winkacilla. But I have big plans for the background of this. And I'm going to do it on video with y'all. And some of those plans include some of these stickers. And that'll be real fun. We're going to use some watercolor. And we're going to use some ink probably. Some stencils. Yeah, we're going to put this one together. Let's see. Oh, yes. I marked this page because, wow, look at this. Isn't this just wild? Of how busy that is. But if anybody's got this book and they would like to tackle this page and they want to do a buddy color, please leave a comment below because I am here for it. I've looked at this picture many, many times, and I don't think that it's as intimidating as what it looks. Because if you section it off, like just color this part one time, you know, color that, and come over here and color this, color the flowers on both sides in one time. I think if you section it off in chunks, I think it's very, very doable. So yeah, if anybody wants to do a buddy color on this, leave me a comment, contact me on Instagram. I think my Instagram link is in the About section of my channel. And did I do any more? Yeah, looks like I did one more. I'm having a time with this now. Here we go. I did this one. I told you that Maria Trole book made me want to do double page spreads. So I did this one of the mushroom houses, and I'll move it around to make sure you can see the whole thing. And I used Prismacolors. I used gel pen. There's watercolor. The watercolor is just the little chimneys. I use stickles. There's stickles on the flowers right here. I use stencil for this to kind of make it look like maybe a sidewalk or something. And I did the stars in the background. That's all stencil. And then I used ink pads for the background as well. And Posca. There's Posca here. And for some reason, I decided everything needed these little dots on it. But we'll bring it up a little bit closer. This one did not take me long at all, as I was coloring both pages at the same time. You know, I wanted to make sure that the colors were pretty even. So I'd color one thing with this color, and I'd come over here and bring it over here. And then I'd do the blue and bring it over here. And, you know, I just kept going back and forth on it. And then I did use gel pen in several places. So while that was drying, I'd come over here. It was really cool. I really liked working like that. So there's that one. I think that's all that's in here. Yes. That's all that's in there. But yeah, this next month, where'd it go? We're going to be working on this. I'm going to throw everything but the kitchen sink at this picture. And it's going to be real fun. So that's Worlds of Wonder by Johanna Basford. We're almost there, y'all. Now we've got Magical Worlds by Johanna Basford. And there's a few of them in there. 1, 2, 3, it looks like. I just did the inside page of this. I did this in April. And that's just a watercolor paint. That. Remove the flag. And then I did this one. Okay, this flag doesn't want to be removed. There is a lot of watercolor on this. I was in a watercolor mood. All this down here is all watercolor. And then this, the snow part, is mostly watercolor. Then I think this is Prisma, I think, that I did the little dragon guy and that with. This is watercolor in the background, and then I use stencil with some sort of paint. It's kind of funky looking, but it is what it is, you know. It was fun. And then spot the mistake in this page. Look at it closely. It's probably sticking out like a sore thumb to you. So it was looking lovely. I did this. I don't know what pencils I used with this. It was either the Master Arts or the Prismas, because that's what I was mainly using. But I colored all this in, then I put some stickles here on the flowers. Very lovely. I've got some glitter here, but I wanted to do the background in ink. I used distressed ink for this, but I didn't want the ink to get on top of my stars and my moon. So I got the brilliant idea to just put some washi tape down over the top of it. I won't get anything on it, right? Including the ink that I was using for the rest of the background. So it's sticking out like a sore thumb with all these marks. So when I took the tape off, clearly it looked insane. So I tried to fix it by putting more ink on it, and I mean, it looks better than what it did, but so I ended up having to put some I think this is just glitter. I put glue and then put some glitter back here. But yeah, lesson learned. That was just a really stupid mistake for me to make, but it is what it is. And then we've got one way back here. Yep. I did the very end. And I think this is the Master Art pencils that I used for this. And then this is just gel crayon in the background, and that was done in April. So that is Magical Worlds by Johanna Basford. And then we've got Rooms of Wonder by Johanna Basford. And there's lots of things marked in this one. You can see that I've been having lots of fun in Johanna Basford books and Hannah Carlzon and Maria Trole. I've just been loving that kind of art. So I did this. This is, all the flowers are done with Paper Mate metallic gel pens. This is all done with the same thing, paper mate metallic gel pens. And then I put gel crown over the top of it for the background part. So there's some shine to it. And then this page looked like it was going to take a really long time, but it really didn't. Didn't take long at all. I used the Master Art pencils, some acrylic markers, and some gel pens on this. But what I did with it, like the coffee pot, you know, I color the coffee pot and then I just look for another coffee pot. And I colored all the like objects, I colored them all the same. Like this is the acrylic marker down here in this chart. And then we've got the red notebook here. We've got a different kind of notebook here, like the tape. If you pay attention, it's pretty equal across there. So yeah, I did this in like just an evening, this whole thing. But that was fun to do that. And then I did this one. What kind of pencils are these? Like I said, that looks like Prisma. So I think I used Prisma for this. There's Prisma on here. Then there's some of the Paper Mate metallic gel pens for all the vines. There's some gel pen dots back in here in this window. I don't know why I put dots on it. I just did. Yeah, there's gel pen throughout. There's some down here, over here. I'll bring it up for you to see it better. I've seen several people do this page, and they're all different. Very cool, very cool. And then I did, I'll take that out. And I did the pineapple room. This was very fun. See how handy this is? I'm gonna keep doing this because it's so much easier than saying, I don't know, I don't remember. So I used the Master Art pencils for this. There's soft pastel in the background. There's glossy accent. That is the adhesive for the glitter that's in the background, and also stencil for the bubbles in the background. And there's some glitter here on the pillow and on the light bulb. Yeah, this one was really cool. Love, love, love this one. I think we're shining. And that, y'all, except for the back color palette test page, I love this back here. Because you can feel free to do this and you know that you're not going to mess anything up, and that's what this page is for. And I'm sure going to use it. I love it. And apparently I felt inspired to color some keys. But that is the last picture that I've done for, like I said, that was April and May of 2025. So that was the last one. And now I'm going to start on planning what I'm going to color for June. Can y'all believe that it's almost June? Wow. But okay. I hope that you're having a good day, morning, afternoon, evening, no matter where you're listening to this in the world. And I hope you have a wonderful week. And I will talk at y'all in the next one. Bye.